Hey guys, how's it going? It's Steve. What I'm gonna do is tell you a little story about this design right here and how it evolved. It first started off as a logo design for somebody that contacted me, and when they contacted me, they wanted a Tiger headphones, with glasses on. I was like, whatever, all right. So I started working on it, and normally the way I work is I work with 50% up front before I even start anything. And for some reason, I decided not to do it because oddly, I was burned about a month ago doing something like this. But I mean, it doesn't. It's nowhere near the way this story is. So I start working on the design, and I do the modifications the way the person wants it, and it becomes a hassle trying to get payment for this because the person's from Russia and they're just giving every excuse in the book not to pay for it, trying to blame it on me, saying it wasn't within the right time frame, and BS like that when there was no time frame set. And every time I sent them something, the messages became vulgar towards me, like I'm a bitch, fuck you, I'm not paying, I'm a liar. Because when it first started, I told him about the payment process, and he's like, well, my word is my trust, which, oh, okay, I mean, that's 100% true and accurate right there. You just 100% believe somebody that they're going to pay you, which, I mean, is bad on my end for even doing anything like that or even starting it. But it just more or less just turned into a practice piece in the long run. But, uh, yeah, the message became vulgar. I sent multiple proofs to the person, and I made the changes that they want. Well, lo and behold, while I was sending these proofs, or I mean these low res samples, they were just getting it to. I mean, yeah, they're wanting it the way they want it, but they were wanting these proofs just so they could steal it and not even pay for anything. Because like I said, I was getting excuses for them not paying, like they didn't know how to use PayPal or Western Union. Because I mean, I prefer Western Union or PayPal for my transactions, for receipts and all that. And they just gave me the runaround the whole time. Well, I ended up sending them one last uh, low res sample, and after that, he just called me a bitch and said he was going to pay for it. And I was just like, whatever, you know. And the person had a profile, not it's like Facebook. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a music site or something. It's called VK.com. So I went to that profile and found out who the person was, which ended up being like a 12 or 11-year-old kid or around that age. And I mean, that right there just pissed me off. And I ended up contacting this person and asked for the payment for the because, like I said, they stole the artwork and they were posting on their website as theirs. And as usual, I mean, after talking to the kid, talk about not paying for it. I didn't. He deserves it because I didn't do it within the right time frame. As I stated before, there was no time frame for this. I was just the reason why it took so long is I was waiting for payment for this design. So I contacted him on Skype because he gave me his Skype address a couple of weeks prior, and I contacted the person on Skype, and they totally said that they weren't this kid until I involved lawyers and copyright issues because I have a lawyer for my artwork for copyright reasons, just for stuff like this. And then after I brought up the legal issues, he automatically said that, oh, it is me. Um, don't do anything to me because I'm a school kid. And I was like, you know, that's not my issue. You know, you're the one that wanted this service provided for this logo and all that. Yet you're considering me a liar for not providing for this or providing you for this logo, but yet you took this logo and put it on your website. And understand, I had watermarks on all of these designs, and he put it into Photoshop and took off the watermarks. So that's how he got it. I mean, I'm not. Just don't think that I just sent it to him low res with no watermarks. I mean, I had this thing covered in watermarks, and he just photoshopped it and took all the watermarks off just to claim it as him or his. And along with this, I mean, when I was doing this, I mean, a lot of the stuff I do record, and he wanted the speed art for it, which I understand now. He just wanted the speed art just to say it was his as well. So after arguing with them with about the legal issues and all that. He eventually deleted his account, which I don't know how far it's going to go. But, I mean, it's just irritating when you do work for somebody and they don't want to pay you for it. And then they accuse you of being wrong because they gave you the long run and look for excuses for them to take it for free when you're the one that's doing the work for it. I mean, the whole point of the story is, it sounds, I don't know, just don't trust anybody, especially online, and have verification of who you're actually dealing with. Like, I just did this on the fly because I had some spare time, so I figured I'd do it for a quick buck, but it just turned into a hassle more than anything else. So like I said, always, when you send proofs or samples, watermark it really well so they can't take it from you. And always ask for something up front before you start, because I mean, if they want something that bad, they'll pay for the work, or at least half the work or percent of the work up front before you even start it. Because the kid based this whole thing on saying that his name is his word as in trust, which I was just like, whatever, you know? Just like, I don't know, like I said, it is a really irritating and disgruntled issue that I dealt with this past couple weeks. And, I mean, I understand that it does make people not want to design for people. Because, I mean, I normally don't do it. I mean, I will do it every once in a while, but it's... The thing is, when I do work for other people, it's taken away from my time. And in this case, it was even longer, just trying to get a payment, which it never came out of, and just turned into an issue trying to track this person down and eventually find out who they were to get nothing out of it, except for a design that I have no use for. I mean, eventually, yeah, like I said, it's practice, and I'll just toss it up somewhere, but just watch your back when you're doing work for people online, or people in general. Like I said, I can't stress anymore, ask for something up front before you even do any work for anybody. And I'll link the dude's YouTube account in the description, just so you guys, they're designers, or artists that follow me, don't get screwed over by this kid again. I'm not doing it to publicly humiliate him. I'm doing it to protect other people that make a living by doing art. Again, I appreciate your time, support, and watch my videos, and have a good one.